Right now we're gonna use our new control, which is reverse de la Riva and shin to shin, to sweep our opponent together with the lazy butterfly guard idea. Okay, so sometimes we don't have to put the knee of our opponent back to the mat. Okay, so sometimes when he's coming up, and I got my controls here, so I got the reverse de la Riva hook and shin to shin hook, and I'm controlling his upper body with the sleeve and the lapel here. I don't have to put him back on the mat to get a sweep, okay? Because if I feel like the control is very tight and I'm able to put his arm inside between his legs, I'm gonna release right now the reverse de la Riva hook, and I'm gonna lift my opponent up with a shin to shin hook, and then I follow. I go on my knees and I follow my opponent to get to the side. So all the time I'm having my controls here, right? So the only thing that's gonna change is the control with my legs. So he's coming up, reverse de la Riva, shin to shin. So I feel like I have a really tight position, and right now I want to push his arm in, okay? So if he's basing with that arm, what I can do, sometimes I'm gonna push him up with a grip on his collar here. So right now, there's not so much weight on his arm here. So I can move his arm inside and push that one between his legs. So whenever I'm able to push this one in, I'm dragging him back towards the mat. So I need my opponent's upper body to be twisted with this shoulder towards the mat. Okay, so first push, then pull. Now drop the reverse de la Riva hook and raise shin to shin. Follow to get to the side control. Okay, different angle. So we're here, we raise up, we got our hooks. So first, push him back. Now push his arm in and drag him back. Okay, so you want your opponent twisted towards the mat. Drop reverse de la Riva and then lift shin to shin, follow to get to side control. Okay, if you're bothered with this arm here, you're feeling like maybe your opponent is gonna escape with this one, what can you do? Switch the hips, open, stay with the knee, and now you're in a good position. Okay, we continue our concept of shin to shin reverse de la Riva. So right now we're gonna use the concept that we did before with the sweep, but your opponent has one arm free to still get the base. Okay, so how are we gonna deal with that? I'm here, lazy butterfly guard, he raises up the leg, so I got my new controls, reverse de la Riva, shin to shin. So first, I'm thinking about the previous technique. I want to finish with the sweep. But like I said, still he has this one free to base up. Okay, so whenever I'm trying to sweep, he can base with this one, right? So right now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use the hook on the shin to drop his knee towards the mat. And I'm coming back with reverse de la Riva hook again. And now I'm just sliding towards his back, adjusting the control. I'm getting my seatbelt control, and I'm working with the second one to get to the back control. So again, we're gonna go towards the first concept, but he's basing. So I can't really follow with the sweep. Even if I have this one on the mat, I can't. Okay, so I have to change direction. I'm gonna push now with the hook, and I'm gonna come back with my control of a grapevine here. Okay, and now I need to slide to get to his back, and I'm gonna use my hook to stretch my opponent. So it's working as a twister hook now. So now I'm coming with my controls over his top body, and I'm gonna fight for the second hook to get the full back control. Okay, let's do from different angles. So we're here, change the control. I'm trying to sweep, but he's basing. So right now I'm gonna push, I'm gonna change the controls. Now look, I'm using this one to stretch my opponent. I'm sliding in with my controls, working with the second hook to get a full back control. So whenever we're here, whenever we're here in this position, you have to use this one to keep his leg out, to put his leg away. Okay, so you want actually his knee to drop on the mat. Whenever you stay with this one, it's going to be a bit easier, okay, to drop his knee. But if it's just a shin to shin control, use this one to open the space and then go with the other hook. Okay, if this one comes in, that's going to be easy to open your opponent, to stretch your opponent and work with it with the hook. We're gonna change our concept now. We're gonna go more towards reverse de la Riva control and how we can use reverse de la Riva. So we're gonna spin under our opponent, but I'm gonna talk a little bit more about controls here. So he's going up, and I'm gonna go in with my reverse de la Riva hook, and shin to shin is not needed here. Okay, let's focus right now on reverse de la Riva. So I like to use the spinning under move, Kiss of the Dragon, but I don't like to stay here too much. Okay, some people do. They're hugging like they're grabbing the ankle here, but I don't like this kind of control because right now my collar and my head are really exposed for my opponent, and it's a free way for him to pass. Okay, so I like to stay here with my reverse de la Riva hook and my controls over his top body. So whenever I feel like there's a space for me to spin, I'm gonna change my controls and then I'm gonna spin. So I never stay too much here or here, okay? Instead of that, I keep his upper body and his arm away. So I'm gonna use both legs now. So my hook is here on his thigh, and I'm gonna put my other foot on his hip to make a space. When the space is there, I'm gonna change the control. So I let go the sleeve and I go behind his ankle like this. Okay, and right after that, I'm spinning under. So when I spin under, when I'm here, I'm going to change the control and I'm going to put his leg on my hook here. So right now I don't want him to put his leg on the mat. Okay, I want him to stay with his leg in the air, and the other one goes to his belt. Right now I'm going to extend the leg, so he has to put his hips on the mat now. I got my controls here and I'm working towards having a full back control. So whenever he raises up the leg from the lazy butterfly guard, spinning under is also an option. Okay, but like I said, first I like to keep him away, make a space, and then change the controls, and right after that, spin under. So when you finish your spin and you're already facing your opponent's hips, first thing, I like to put his leg on my hook. Okay, don't put it down on the mat so he's not able to get the base. And now I grab his hips, his pants, or his belt, and then I extend my leg. So he's coming down with his hips, and now I'm fighting for the first hook here. Okay, and after that, I'm gonna turn my opponent to the other direction, and then I'm fighting for the second one. Okay, different angle now. So we're here, lazy butterfly guard, reverse de la Riva. Okay, right away to stop him from the pass. Now, I keep my controls here. I'm gonna make a space. So push him back a little bit, go behind the ankle. So I like to put the top of my palm on his ankle like this. It helps me to spin under and rotate my arm. So first, space, then I go here, then I'm ready to spin. So I'm under my opponent now. So if you like, you can grab the pants. If not, you can just grab the ankle or the shin. Now grab the hips. You can grab the pants as well if the belt is not there. Okay, and now I extend my leg and I'm gonna drop my opponent to the mat. One hook, change the side, second one. Okay, now we're gonna add some of a lapel control in our positions. So we're gonna start from reverse de la Riva. So he's coming up and I'm switching to reverse de la Riva. Whenever I feel like I can get to his lapel, so whenever lapel is open or I can take it out easily, I'm going for his lapel and I'm passing the lapel under my leg and under his leg. Okay, so right now we're having a nice control over his lapel, and I like to get the grip on his collar as well. Okay, so my both hands are now working on one of his lapels, and both hands are working to put his posture down. Okay, so whenever now I release this one, he can posture up a little bit, right? So first I release this one so he feels a bit of freedom now, so he can posture up a bit more. And right now, whenever he's posturing up, I'm gonna use the free leg to make a move to cut. Okay, so I'm going all the way towards the other side and I cut the far leg. Okay, when I land here, I'm switching the control on the lapel. So I grab with the other one to free my arm. So now I can base up, I can come up, and then I let go of the lapel to be able to pass with the knee slide. From the other side. So we're here. First, reverse de la Riva. I pass the lapel under the legs. Okay, so from here, like I said, I like to work with both arms on his lapel. I don't care too much about this one right now, coming to my collar or my head, because whenever I hold the lapel, he's not able to long step anymore. Okay, this leg is stuck here. So from here, like I said, first I'm gonna push him down just so he feels like I'm really working on his posture, and then I let go the grip so he can posture up. Whenever I feel like he's posturing up, I'm moving my leg towards the other side to cut the far leg. So when we land in this position, it's gonna be a bit hard to stand up if I'm not gonna change the grip. So first, I re-grip on the lapel. So I grab with the other hand, and then I'm able to base with the elbow and come up on top. At the end of the move, I let go the lapel, so I'm right away ready to pass. So once again, so we're here, lazy butterfly guard. We switch to reverse de la Riva. Pass the lapel, and now first work on his posture. Then release, and then use like a circle move here to cut the far leg. Okay, so make like a wide move. So your leg is extended and you're 100% sure that you're gonna hit the far leg. So let him go, hit the far leg, regrip, base up, come up on top. Okay, moving on with the control with the lapel. So again, my opponent gonna come up, and first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pass the lapel under the legs. Okay, and now I'm gonna add shin to shin as well. Okay, so again, whenever we're in this position and I'm able to get the grip on his sleeve, that's gonna give me pretty easy sweep. Okay, so first, I don't want him to base so much on this arm. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move my legs towards the other direction. So there's not so much weight on this arm anymore. So I'm like trying to make like a wave here. So I'm going one, and then I'm able to put his arm inside between his legs, and I'm using the whole thing to put him on the mat. So he has no tool to base up right now, right? So the only thing I have to do now, I have to come up. So first thing, I'm going up here, and now I'm gonna let go the lapel, and I'm gonna switch the hips. So I'm letting go the lapel, and I'm coming with my hip right on his thigh here to make like a nice pressure with a smash. So we got a sweep and a perfect position to work for the guard pass. So again. So like we did before, first reverse de la Riva, pass the lapel. Now work on his collar a little bit just to not let him posture too much, and add shin to shin. Remember, whenever your hips are too close to his shin and you feel like you can't really fit in there with your shin, use this one on the mat to shrimp back a little bit, and now you have a space for your shin to shin control. So if my opponent is in this position, I don't like to sweep now because he's basing and there's a lot of weight on his arm. So like I said, first thing, I like to switch my hips a little bit. So my opponent's gonna move a little bit and he's gonna take some weight from his arm. So first I'm gonna grab the sleeve, or I'm gonna grab the wrist, doesn't matter so much. And now I'm gonna use, especially this one, the bottom one, to move my opponent towards the other side. So right now, sometimes what's gonna happen, he's gonna base with the other one, which is perfect. Then I know that there's no way on this arm, it's super light. And then we're coming back. So I'm spinning under him a little bit, going with my shoulder in, and I'm raising shin to shin here to put him on the mat, like this. We don't want him to spin too much. We want to hold him on the side control. So whenever you go too hard, just make him come back with your controls. So right now I don't need his arm anymore. So I let go and I base up, okay? And right now we have a perfect position to switch the hips and go for the smash. So before I do that, I let go the lapel and I'm coming up with the hip in the middle of his thigh. So don't go too high, don't go too low, right in the middle. Your hip bone has to be on spot there, and then you can hold for points and then pass the gun. Okay, different angle. So we're here, lazy butterfly. First, reverse de la hiva. Now pass the lapel. Get the grip back on his arm. But if he's protecting the arm, if he's not giving you the arm because he knows what can happen, first thing, try to move him a little bit. Then he has to pose a little bit closer. So you can go like all the way towards the other side. So he has to pose with the other one. And now I'm coming back for his arm, spinning on a little bit and kicking him up. Now make him come back with your grips. Come up, let go the lapel. Go with the hip on top of his thigh. And now you're working your way to pass the guard. Okay, continuing with the lapel. So we're gonna move forward. Our opponent is going up. So we have our reverse de la hiva shin to shin control here with the lapel. And right now, how we can use that position? We can also drag his leg to single leg X. Okay, so I'm gonna get both grips again on one of his lapel. Okay, and now I'm gonna use my shin to shin control to open up the leg and drag the leg in. So I let go the lapel first and then I re-grip on the lapel here once more. Okay, why is that? Because whenever I have a single leg X, let's move a little bit. Whenever I have a single leg X with a lapel, it's a perfect way to control my opponent because he can't really do much here. He's kind of stuck because he has no options to pass with the long step, and it's going to be really hard for him to also pass with the pressure and go over this leg because the lapel is always there supporting the leg. Okay, so that's why I really like this control. And whenever I have like a really dynamic opponent going one side to another, and it's really hard to hold him down, in single leg X, I just pass the lapel. Okay, so once again, we're here, go under, and then I go to single leg X. Sometimes I don't even have to re-grip. Sometimes you're able to stay with your lapel. Sometimes it's on the way, sometimes not. If you let go, just re-grip and you're back in the game. Okay, so we have a nice control here. Now what about our opponent standing up? Whenever my opponent is standing up, it's going to be harder for him to get the proper posture because you always have this one here to drag him down. And also, we have tools to put his knee back on the mat again. Okay, so whenever I want to put his knee back on the mat again, I take out the top leg that is on his hip with my heel, and I'm going all the way towards his shin. Okay, so I'm going kind of towards a classic X. Okay, but I still hold the lapel here. And now look, I'm gonna work with both my legs to put his knee on the mat. So I'm making like a scissor. So this one, I'm gonna take out his foot from the mat, and this one, I'm gonna bring the knee back on the mat. And now I'm ready to go to single leg X again. So once more, if he stands up, this one is coming down a little bit, and this one is going towards the foot. Okay, so look, my knees are pointing different directions. Okay, so they are able to work like a scissor now. So one knee is dragging the ankle towards one side, one knee is dragging his knee towards the mat. And now I'm back with single leg X. Let's switch the side. So we're here, passing lapel, shin to shin. I get single leg X with the lapel. But as I said, sometimes, especially if you're holding lapel too tight, you have to let go the lapel to take the leg, and then you have to re-grip on the lapel. It's always a matter of tightness. If you grab a little bit too high and if it's like really tight, sometimes you're gonna have to let go the lapel to put the leg on your rib cage. Okay, so he's going up now. I switch, I go down with this one, and I switch with the one on the hip towards his ankle. Now we're working both sides to put his knee back on the mat, and now I'm back in a single leg X. Also, this kind of X guard with a lapel is perfect for technical stand-up as well. Because one thing, you don't need to hurry. You always gonna choose the perfect moment to get to technical stand-up. Second thing, you have the grip on his collar. So always you're gonna bring his upper body down. So he can't posture much and he can't defend sit up sweep so well. I mean technical stand-up sweep. So from here, whenever I'm ready, I let go the lapel and I move my body to go under his leg. So I never put his leg on my shoulder here. I don't like that because right now he can put both his legs on the mat and work towards the pass. What I like to keep his leg here on my bicep. So whenever he would like to put this leg on the mat, I'm raising my elbow up. So he's always just having one leg on the mat. Okay, so he's not threatening you with the guard pass so much. So from here, I keep my grip here, always breaking his posture, and I go underneath his leg. I push him back a little bit, then I take out the top one, and I go up, holding the lapel all the time, bringing his shoulder towards the mat. And right now I'm just gonna look for the dominant position. So again, here, reverse de la Riva, shin to shin. Pass the lapel. If you're not grabbing too tight, if it's a bit loose, it's gonna be easier to go towards the single leg X. Okay? Now, I'm gonna go under, let go the lapel, and put your opponent leg on your bicep. So you're always able to raise your elbow to protect your position. So right now, I'm going under with the hook, make some space, push him back. Now, put the foot on the mat, and I come up to get the sweep. Another option from single leg X lapel, it's gonna be the mechanic that you know already, scissor sweep, but we're gonna use that one when your opponent is going up and you can't really bring his knee down anymore. Okay, so we're having our control here, single leg X with the lapel, and now our opponent is breaking your grip and going up. Sometimes he's gonna break the grip here, sometimes go back. He's gonna be able to go up and then he's breaking the grip. Okay, so whenever he's breaking the grip, what I like to do, I'm working sideways. First, I want him to put his hands on the mat here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my foot on the mat here, and the other one gonna go under his knee. So I can hold like this, or I can hold the pants as well. Okay, so like that, controlling both legs now. The lapel is still on, and I'm using the leg on his butt to push him forward a little bit. Okay, so right now I'm coming back with a single leg X, and as he's going up, I'm gonna use this leg to cut again. So I'm making like a circle move to cut his far leg, take out his base, and to come up on top using the momentum. So again, single leg X with lapel, he's coming up, breaking our grip. So first, I want him to put his hand on the mat. So first thing is just to put different idea into his head. It's the move that he's gonna defend really easily, right? That's gonna be always his reaction, to put the hands on the mat because he don't want to fall down on his face, right? So he's always using his hands there, making them busy, and we're always looking to put his focus there. So all his focus now here is to go back towards the good position. That's not a very good position for him. He feels unbalanced. So he always tries to go up because that's the good position for him to start passing. When he's feeling his position here, when he's like stable on his feet, right? So first, focus is here. When he's coming back, I'm making like a circle move to cut the far leg. Let's see from the different angle. So we're here, he's coming up. So first thing, block the leg. So always below the knee. Don't go like this because now he's just gonna step and the whole thing is not working. So grab below the knee or grab the pants here. Now it's gonna be harder for him to step. If you get like a good push here, he always has to put his legs, put his hands on the mat. Now he's going back. As he's going back, I'm making a circle move and I'm cutting the far leg. I'm using momentum to come up on top, and then I let go the lapel and I'm ready to pass. So we're in a single leg X lapel. He's going up, breaking our grip. So first thing, we're gonna put him out of balance. So always control below the knee. If you go here, below the knee, if you grab only the shin, if you grab the pants, same thing. Okay, don't go too high because then he gonna just defend with making a step, and that's not a problem for him. So I always go below the knee because then he can't step and he has to put his hands on the mat here. Okay, so we're here. One, I go back. When he's coming back, I'm cutting the far leg to put him out of balance, and I'm using momentum to go up on top. Once again. Okay, we keep going with the single leg X lapel, and we're gonna go now towards Sankaku position. So we're in a single leg X. Doesn't matter if we come from the reverse de la Riva or lazy butterfly guard, but we're here. Single leg X, and the lapel is passed under the legs. So right now he's gonna come up. And sometimes when I want to use this option, like putting his leg back on the mat, he's stepping over my leg and I'm not able to use that move because always when I'm trying to bring him, he's stepping over. Okay? So what I'm gonna do in this case, I'm gonna go up to have like a reversed X here. And I'm gonna lift up my opponent on that construction, okay? So if I feel like my hips are not below his hips, I'm gonna slide myself a little bit more under, okay? But most of the time, even if I'm like a little bit further, that's still gonna be okay. So first thing, I want to push him up, like straight up. And right now, I'm gonna stretch the bottom leg. So his leg is coming down. I can close his leg in this position. So we got like a sankaku position. And I still have a lapel, but I don't need the lapel anymore. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I don't have to control much because I'm not gonna attack the feet now. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come up to get the sweep. So, important thing, first thing I wanna do, I want him to be on his side. So whenever he's coming up to face me, I want him to lay down. Okay, so if I have to, if he's basing on the arm, go up. I'm going to take his arm, so he's gonna lay down on his side. So after that, I need to open the space here, and I want to put my hand in front of his armpit. After that, when I'm here, like under his armpit, I'm gonna let go the lapel, and I'm gonna grab the top leg. And what I'm gonna do next is, I'm gonna push with my legs to get rid of his legs from me. I don't want his legs to be so close. And right now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take out my knee a little bit, and I'm gonna jump over with the other leg to get to smash position. Or I'm gonna use now the hand that I got underneath his armpit, so I can jump over and I can turn him towards the other side. All the way towards the other side, and the arm that I had in front of his armpit turns into underhook control. And now I can slide down to get the side control. Okay, once again. So we're here, single leg X, he's coming up. So I'm gonna go towards reverse X. And now I'm lifting the guy up, and I'm stretching the bottom leg just to trap his leg inside. So when I trap his leg inside, I'm gonna use both my legs now to put him back on the mat. Okay? So he has to lay on his side. Whenever he would like to come up and face me like this, I don't want that. I want him to be on the side. So I always take basing arm, so he has to lay down. Okay? And now I'm gonna open to get here, just to be in front of his armpit, so I'm able to get the underhook after. So right now I let go the lapel, I'm gonna grab the top one, and I get rid of his legs. I don't want them to be so close to me. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go with my hips to the back a little bit, like shrimp back, and now I'm going with my top leg over his body. And I can choose if I want to go here to get to smash position, or if I want to go all the way here, and I'm gonna use my leg to drag him towards the side. And now this one turn into the underhook control, and then I'm able to pass. Once again on the other side. So you can use that sweep even if you have no lapel. Go. If you're here, reverse X, you have no lapel control here, doesn't matter. Just make sure you're gonna be underneath his hips. Elevate, put him on the mat. Now, make sure he's lying on the mat here. grab the top leg, come on top for the smash, or you can jump over and use your leg to take the guy towards the other side, and then you got an inside pass. Okay, let's continue the topic with a single leg X lapel and X lapel God. So right now, let's start from single leg X, already with the lapel, and my opponent is trying to go up. He's going up, and then we went for the reversed X, and we're trying to get to Senkaku position. But what can happen many times is he's already aware of the position, as a lot of people are playing that one lately. So it's gonna be easy for him to escape with the knee, but we can still get advantage over the position. So whenever I lift and I'm trying to lock the leg, he's escaping the knee, I'm locking a little bit lower on his calf. So his knee is on the mat and his foot is now trapped between our legs. So I'm locking like a triangle, so his foot can't really go through. His foot is stuck there. Okay, to make it more tight, I'm always going with my hips a little bit towards the side. So I don't like to be in front of my opponent. I always go towards the side, so it's gonna be a little bit tighter. So right now we're gonna work couple options when we don't need lapel anymore. So I let go the lapel, and now I'm gonna go under his leg. Okay, so first thing I go under, and then I'm gonna raise his leg up using both my arms. Okay, so I'm raising his leg up and I'm waiting for a good moment to slide his leg down. As I'm sliding his leg down towards the mat, I'm going up to hug the hips. Okay, so when I hug the hips, I'm gonna raise my hips up to make like a calf slicer here. If you want to stretch your opponent a little bit more, you can still hold his leg here, or you can hold the pants, and now you go up to get the calf slicer. But if you're not able to do that at the competition, how you can finish the move? So you can let go the triangle and put his leg on the mat. Okay, so his leg just landed on the mat, and I'm raising my hips to control his hips right now. Okay, so we got a sweep here, and I'm crossing with my shin over his calf here, so he's not able to spin under or recover the guard. Okay, so we got a nice position here, plus we got the opening here, so I can always fit my leg in to get to his back. Okay, let's change the angle. So we're in a single leg X lapel guard. He's going up, so I change and I go for reverse X guard. Okay, so the bottom one comes here from the hip. Okay, and it's going to the bottom. It's not going up to his far hip. Okay, so the bottom one is gonna be the one that's making pressure here, lifting him up. And now I'm trying to catch him in Senkaku position, but look, his knee escaped. So what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna put his knee back because it's impossible, but I'm gonna lock the triangle here on his calf. And right now, when he's landing on the mat, I still hold the lapel because later we're gonna need that. So first, I want to see his reaction. If he keeps his knee on the mat here, I'm letting go the lapel and I'm raising his leg up. Now, I'm gonna slide his leg down. I'm gonna let go his leg, and I'm coming up to his hip. So right away, after his foot is touching the ground, I have to already hug the hip. So you can let go the leg and leave it like that, or you can still control it just to stretch it open a little bit more. And then I need to raise my hips, okay, just to put more leverage here on his leg to make it tighter. So my shin is slicing through his calf, okay, and that's a technique legal from brown belts up. So if you can't do that, let go the triangle, but look, you have to kick his leg down just to put it on the mat, and then I come up, hug the hip from the other side to control, and look, I'm always crossing the leg. So right now, he can't spin under. Control, and you can use the opening to get to his back. One more time with a calf slicer. We're just gonna change the angle so you're gonna see it a bit better. So we're here, we're coming up, reverse X, bear trap, and now I'm gonna raise up the leg, and we're here. Okay, so let's change the position now so you're gonna see a bit better. So look, this shin is coming here on his knee, right behind his knee. I'm having a triangle here, and now whenever I raise up my hips, I raise up also his leg here. So there's less and less space here for my leg, okay? So whenever there's less space for my leg, it's cutting through his calf. So it's causing pain now. Okay, so whenever I raise my hips, my shin is cutting more and more into his calf. Okay, one more option for bear trap position. Right now we're gonna use lapel for that. So we're in a single leg X with lapel. We're going under our opponent, and we're gonna go towards the bear trap position. And sometimes your opponent wants to counter that move by rolling through his shoulder, getting like a bolo and getting to your back. Okay, so that's why I like to hold the lapel first. So whenever he wants to react in that way, and whenever he wants to roll, you always have a bigger chance to win the fight for the back here. Because right now he can't spin more to your back because of the lapel, because you're holding him. So what I like to do here, I like to work with my legs to kick him back, to expose his back a little bit more, and I'm grabbing the leg here as well, okay? Because I want to especially work with that hip. So I kick and I push his leg back, okay? And now I expose his back. I still hold the lapel. I expose his back. I let go the grip on the leg because I don't need that anymore, because my other leg is gonna trap the leg here. And now I'm going to his hip or to his belt. And now I'm gonna spin towards his back. I don't need the lapel anymore. I'm going to hug his head. And right now, I'm just fighting for the second hook. So the lapel gives us more possibility to get to his back. Without the lapel, he's in favor for that. Okay, it's a lot of scramble and it's hard to fight for that back. With the lapel, it's super easy to expose his back and to get to that back. Okay, so once again. So we're here. We got here bear trap. So sometimes when I have this position, even if he's not rolling towards the back, I like to get the grip on his sleeve, on the elbow level, or at the end of the sleeve. And I like to rotate my opponent by myself. So right now, we landed in the same position as we did before, right? So from here, I'm gonna get the grip on the leg, and I'm gonna expose the back using my legs and using the grip on the pants. So I expose the back here, I grab the hip, and I go towards the back. Whenever I feel like I'm already on his back, I let go the lapel, and I'm gonna hug his arm or head and arm, okay? Even if I hug only the arm, after I get closer, I'm fighting to get underneath his head, and I'm fighting for the second hook. Once again, from that angle now. Single leg X with lapel. I'm going under, reverse X. First, fight for the bench rack position. Leave it here. Leave the lapel. And now you're gonna see, if the guy is rolling, that's perfect. If not, if he's rolling, that's good. If not, go back. You can do that by yourself. So you have to like raise up his arm and then push it down. So he has to roll through his shoulder. Right now, get the grip on the pad. Expose the back. First, grab the hip, let go, climb up to get to his back.